Okay, so it's been a while since my last upload, but as you can see, I threw the head that leaks ish on. It wasn't really leaking. When I tested this head, it came off of a running car, and I was surprised to see that every valve pretty much poured fluid out of it with some carb clean. And I cleaned it up. I lapped the valves in. They don't leak like a waterfall anymore, they just kind of seep. But good news is that I just got a recent infusion from Uncle Sam from a long time ago, waiting for taxes. So I'm going to take the head that's underneath the cart over there, and I'm going to take it to the machine shop, have them clean it up, possibly replace the seats, do a 3-angle valve job. I don't know if those valves that are on top there, I don't know if those are going to be okay. So I might have to replace valves. It might end up being an $800 head rebuild, but I want it to be tight. I want it to be good. So we're going to get that head done, and I'm going to get motor mounts, obviously. I think I'm going to get a torque solution and delete this bracket, and then I'm going to trim my spare bracket, save a little bit of weight. But other than that, I need to get a few things for my GSX. When I first got this car a couple years ago, it was missing just a few things and a lot of bolts because the head was not attached. Somebody broke the timing belt, and the valves had smacked the pistons. They were all bent. So trashed those valves. I got several other castings. I got one right there that's not in as good a shape, and the other one right under there next to it is in some pretty decent shape. So I'm going to take that casting to the machine shop. But it's about ready to go together. One of the only things that I was missing that I did manage to find at one of the junkyards was a mass airflow sensor. Mass airflow sensor and the wiring harness that goes to it, because whoever was messing with this car before I got it cannibalized a couple of things. That being one of them. And another one that I just found is the power steering sensor. There's a power steering pressure sensor or something. There's a missing hole in my power steering pump when I was checking it out. So got to get that sensor, got to get some motor mounts. The rest of the motor mounts are in decent shape. The transmission is still mounted. That bracket was completely missing when I got the car. That was a pickup from another. It was a 2G or 1GB, 1GB, no pop-ups. I got the block from that car, but it was destroyed. Somebody had wrecked it or something and broke the casting off the back of the block for the rear engine mount, and cracked this one too. That one was cracked too. So even if I had put a 2G transmission on it, that wouldn't have worked because the back bosses were cracked off too. So that was a no-go. So I'm going to need, those are my injectors right there in the little test rail that I built. That's my injector rail. But I'm going to get another set of injectors, something bigger to support some more boost. Yes, it's probably going to be eBay crap at first, but this bottom end isn't built. It's just a 0.5 mil overbore and fresh bearings. Yeah, fresh bearings, 0.5 mil overbore, D&J pistons, D&J rebuild kit. This is just to get me going, but now that I have a little bit of a cash infusion, I don't know what to do. I know that I need to get a few things so that I can just go from there. But first thing, motor mount. I think I'm going to do the Torque Solutions motor mount. And then Prothanes all the way around. In the front, back, and transmission. Transmission mount is still on the transmission. Transmission is still in the car with the axles hanging off of it. I pulled the whole everything off of the block to get it out of the car before, so probably going to have to remove the transmission, attach it to the block with the clutch, stab it all in at once like we do on the 2G. The 2G that we have is not all-wheel drive, so we're going to have to stab it in without the transfer case and then put the transfer case on after. That's going to be fun. My garage is trashed. I need to clean it up tomorrow. I'm embarrassed to take a video. Have a good night, guys. Glad to have a place to go. I was just going to throw this in there with a new motor mount, but I think I'm going to pull it apart on the stand, do the timing with a new head so that I don't have to do it twice or with it in the car. But yeah, that's good progress. Or at least good news for progress. Anyways, guys, let's go. Don't look at the damn mess. There's my car sitting right here. Been sitting there with a whole bunch of parts in it. And it's finally going together. I got the pigtail done. I did the pigtail. I was missing that piece of wiring harness for the mass airflow sensor. Found that at the junkyard. And there's a stock boost solenoid. Stuff that I've never messed with. This is my first DSM, and I'm just kind of piecing it together as I go. So help me if you have any input or help with parts. Thanks, guys. Love you all, and we'll talk to you soon as I got some progress. Later.